From Craig Rolson in Europe, David Gerber in Brazil, and our editor-in-chief and publisher, Don Oshman, it's time for this week's Sunday Night Week in Review.
Good evening, and welcome to the current edition of the HideNet Week in Review. Today is Sunday night, December 14th, and my name is Don Oshman, editor-in-chief and publisher of HideNet Reports. In Europe this week, our European editor, Craig Rolson, notes that inter-European business has been slowing, and the best bet for the for producers there is Asia, Far East, but they're not keen to buy either. So it's been a slow week, which was anticipated for European hide producers and wet blue producers. Also, that trade is missing the Italians, who have just about closed down for holidays since we're so close to Christmas. So it's a tough time if you have to sell hides, but typically this happens every year, and the people know it and try to sell forward. But this has also put some downward pressure on the abattoir level, on the producers of hides who make them every day, regardless of holiday. And the hide dealers have to take the hides, and they get a little cheaper price now because the demand is down. Same thing is going on in other parts of the world where people buy green contracts and they're not selling, so they put downward pressure on the abattoir selling fresh hides. There's downward pressure, as I said, on UK and Irish hides, fresh hides especially. In the vealskin market, it's very quiet, Craig reports, with a softer undertone. This varies from size of skin or type of skin, but as you read in one of our reports, for example, that Prada had a bad quarter. Some of the other unbelievably high-priced accessory items, purses, have been down. So the pay anything, whatever it takes to get the atmosphere on European vealskins is not what it was. North German ox eased as well as slaughter number increased. Seasonal slaughter, which increases around this time of year, that put a little pressure on the North German ox prices. And also, Craig reports there's a little light at the end of the tunnel. It's not quite as gloomy and cloudy and stormy as it was in the European sheep and lambskin market. Not that it's improved, not that it's terrific, but it's better. In North America this week, steer prices fell again $2. Prices have fallen over 10% now since the highs at the Shanghai show in early September, and it looks like it's going to keep going for a while. Cow sector, however, which was down 50% from Hong Kong, finally has got some clearance. I think the prices got low enough this week that there was some volume being sold and bought, which is surprising and gratifying because this sector has been under tremendous pressure. So prices were more or less steady this week. Speaking of China, were we speaking of China? Bell, which is the largest retail outfit in China for footwear, they have 20,000 stores in the country, reported a poor quarterly results where their footwear sales were down. Their garments and apparel was okay, but their footwear sales were down. That includes not just leather, but everything else. So the Chinese consumer is not as keen as they were. Also in North America, this is North America, not China I'm talking about. Combined outstanding raw and wet blue, outstanding hides sold but not yet shipped are down 3%. And by the way, there's still shipping problems because their port slowdowns are going on the west coast of the United States. And it's very hard to get vessels loaded, to get letters of credit, to get bills of lading. There's still a jam up to get product into the pier, and if you get it into the pier in the container, to get it on a vessel. Combined shipments were down 1% from a week ago, and slaughter again we exceeded both wet, blue, and raw sales as well as shipments. That's been going on week in and week out, with a few exceptions since June or July, and since the market didn't act with the bullishness it had in the first part of the year. So it's not been good for those statistics. As we write about in our looking ahead section, or market observation section in this week's North American report, it's a perfect storm. You got the port problem, you got financing problem, you got split credits, which have gone down every place in the world, which makes the tanner's drop credit go down. Therefore, his hide cost basically goes up. Slow leather sales, downward pressure on prices, and the market could be a lot worse. Considering all the bad things that are going on, the market is not falling out of bed, which is a good sign. And there's maybe a little light someplace on the horizon when the storm is cleared. Watch our forecast to see, because we're right 85% of the time. What's that worth to you? Free trial. Don't take my word for it. Find out for yourself. Latin America this week, we're hearing Brazilian TR1 down as low as $1.80. Couldn't confirm it, but $1.85 is a good price today. And that market's come down. And of course, the green prices have come down for the same reason as in Europe. Pressure on the abattoirs because the tanners aren't as keen to buy hides. And this time of year especially, hold inventory because they can't ship and can't sell because of the holiday. Brazilian leather exports were up 18.6% for the year in dollars, not in units, because the dollars went up at one time $2.05 or $2.10 a foot, maybe $2.15 a foot. Well, that makes the dollar value go up. In Argentina, split prices are down again, and inventory is starting to build of splits amongst the producers, which is not a good thing. Wet salted prices eased a little bit again this week, and Argentine auto sales, which is a big part of that market, were generally about steady. I want to remind you that Tuesday in Beijing, Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock, HideNet will put on the second International Leather Forum live from Beijing in Mandarin. And we will also have a video, so if you understand Mandarin, you'll be able to watch that forum. We have two speakers from the CLIA, Su Chae-yong, and I can't think of the other gentleman's name in a moment, Song. And then we will have David Cho from Hainan Prosper. You know what, Hainan Prosper is the largest producer of sheepskins in the world. So they're going to be on our panel, and there'll be a moderator, and you can type in questions. I don't know if you can type them in English. They may be able to understand them, but for certainly you can type them in Mandarin, and they will hopefully answer them. Due to the holidays coming up, this is the last video for the year. We will continue again on January 11th after holidays. And if you're taking a holiday, I hope you have a great one, because we're going to take one, and we're going to hope to have a great one. And I want to wish you all, first I want to thank you for watching. I still want to encourage you to take a trial to see what's going on. And I want to wish everybody a terrific Christmas and a very, very healthy and prosperous New Year. Thanks again for watching. Bye.